guys, today we're doing science experiments. So for a disclaimer, please do not try this at home.
And no animals or people were hurt in the making of this video. However, if you would like some one-on-one coaching with either myself or Nikki, the funniest coaching duo that exists on YouTube, the links will be in the description box below. Manifestation evaluation, coaching, courses. We've got the SP crash course going on right now. And we have the money crash course coming up, and plus my SP course. So if you want anything, below.
Also, don't forget about our Manifestation Station VIP group, which is also linked below. Hi, I'm Nikki.
And I'm Flossie.
With Your Thoughts Create.
And today we are doing a hella fun experience for science.
For science!
Yes, experiments. I feel like Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Something like that. I look better than him. You look better than him.
Mm.
Sorry, Bill. Anyway, so today
we are doing the oil water analogy. Sorry, we're just so excited. We just can't even help ourselves.
Right, so we got all these cool scientific tools. We got some beakers, and we're going to do some science experiments to explain to you mental diet.
Exactly. So, to get started, just imagine that your mental diet is like having a small clear cup, and your oil represents your shitty, negative-ass, nasty-ass thoughts, the terrible things that you've been thinking about you and your SP, or whatever it is that you're manifesting. So if you've had only a small amount of negative ass thoughts that have gotten you into this terrible 3D reality that you're in, it might look something like that. Be a small amount, tiny, look at that. And then you start affirming, and you're persisting, and you're thinking some awesome thoughts about what you want. And here comes your colorful, positive thoughts. And what happens with oil and water? Well, oil rises to the top. It rises to the top. It does not mix. So the positive thoughts are going down. The negative thoughts are coming up. But, oh no, you start thinking some negative ass thoughts. And look what happens. More oil goes in the cup. So here you're thinking shit like, oh, there's a third party. Oh, I'm assigning meetings that aren't working for me. Oh, he's got to be having 50 hoes. There you go. Oh, look at that. I saw something on TV, thought negative about my SP, and then there we go.
Checking his social media.
Mm.
Wondering what he's doing.
Ooh. The list could possibly go on, but then you stop your downward spiral and pick yourself up off the floor, and you decide, I'm going to affirm and I'm going to persist, and you keep going, and you're persistent. You're having all these nice positive thoughts. You're not letting anybody talk negative about your SP. You're flipping your thoughts. It's going, and now you're getting to be, you know, we're still in the land of negativity here.
Yep, little negative.
Your dominant thoughts are not in line with your manifestation, because you got to remember, when your dominant thought is what you want, that's when shit starts conforming. That's when shit starts happening for you. So here we are, your thoughts that have been in your mind, mostly negative, got some positive going on here, but mostly negative, because every time you're checking the social media, you're adding more oil. Every time you're bitching about SP, you're adding more oil, and you're not getting anywhere. In fact, you might even be going in the wrong direction, people, wrong direction. So then you start realizing that I can have whatever that I want. I'm the operant power. I'm going to stay laser focused on what I want. And what starts to happen is the oil starts coming out. You may be experiencing a little bit of purge nightmares. I don't know. It's for different for everybody. It's what your assumption is about it. But at some point, you end up getting to where your dominant thoughts are in line with your manifestation, and you keep persisting, and then there you go. The oil is out. Dominant, your positive thoughts are dominant. What does that mean? Your shit's conforming. It is conforming, period. So you just saw an example of using, you know, your positive thoughts, and what happens when you think a bunch of negative thoughts. What happens, you know, you're not getting anywhere sometimes until you are persisting and staying focused on what you want, so that your dominant thought can become in line with your manifestation. Well, in the first example, we also showed you what someone might look like if they didn't have too negative of a mental diet initially. They weren't in a shitty ass situation. Maybe they were just getting some hot and cold behavior, small amount of ghosting. But what does it look like when you're clinging to the old story and you have a big bunch of stuff going on in your 3D reality? Do we want to show them that?
Yeah. So here's your old story.
Ooh, SP's got fucking 5 hoes, 10 on each arm. Another 10 on speed dial. This is a bunch of negative thoughts that have made your 3D reality miserable, terrible, unbearable. Look at that, clinging to the old story.
So you decide to manifest, affirm, and persist. And you're putting those positive thoughts right back in there. But we're not quite there.
Ooh, got a long way to go. Dominant thought is still about all the third parties. Hoes, clinging to it.
Put a little bit more in. A little bit more affirming, persisting. But we're still about 50-50. So you really have to saturate your mind, your mental diet, your affirming, until all that oil, aka your negative thoughts, purge or just leave.
Does it have to be every single negative thought? No, but your mind has to be to where your dominant thought is in line with your manifestation. If it is like literally 50-50, not in line with your manifestation, 60-40, still not really in line with your manifestation. At what point exactly does your manifestation start to roll in? You know, that's individualized. Maybe like when you're at 80%, 90%, but it can't be 50-50. So if somebody is at 80% or 70% and they start thinking a bunch of negative thoughts, or they just get to the point their 3D starts to conforming, and now they're thinking about, you know, everybody that they couldn't stand. Now they might be getting, look at that. Now they might be manifesting some unpleasantness, some backtracking, some hot and cold behavior, because mental diet is essential. And now they're
checking the 3D.
Ooh, checking that 3D. You know what happens? Seek and ye shall find. There's a reason why we all say that. Look at that.
So now we're saturating with negative thoughts. So the oil is your negative thoughts again. The water, which is the purple stuff,
The fun stuff.
that is your positive thoughts.
This is your positive partying thoughts. This is you getting to 50 Shades of Grey.
Yep. So you always want to saturate your mind with these positive thoughts, affirmations. Watch your mental diet so this old story and these negative thoughts, this negative way of thinking, can purge away.
And, you know, writing the FU letter is putting in positive thoughts, basically, and it's helping that oil to come out.
Yep.
Letting go of that resistance, EFT tapping. That's why we tell you guys to do that stuff. But this is a reason why sometimes people experience time delays, or they wonder, where is their manifestation? Well, they don't realize that every time they're checking the 3D, every time they're complaining about SP, every time they see something on TV and they're thinking, well, SP does that, my SP was a jerk too. They're just adding more negative thoughts. They're adding more oil. They're just getting farther away from their goal. They're adding time delays to themselves. Now, can you step in your power and basically be like, this shit's mine, I expect it, and do something like that? Yeah, you can.
And this is where affirming, persisting comes in. Watching and maintaining that mental diet.
Look at that.
Purple.
How much of this mess that you go through, it's up to you. How much oil do you want to fuck with? How many times do you want to sit there and check social media, be looking for stuff, you know, sign meetings that don't work for you, see your SP talking to somebody and there's a third party? No, like, don't assign those meetings. Assign things that work for you, because do you want to keep up this cycle of going from 30-60, 30-60 back and forth because you can't keep your thoughts under control? Fuck that shit. You want to get to here.
Yep, exactly. We did the oil and water experiment. Now I'm going to show you my thinking on a poor mental diet and your thoughts. So say this is your positive thoughts. You've been affirming and persisting, right? We affirm, we persist. Everything's great. Cool. So we did the FU letters. We have a clean slate. And now this is just your positive thinking, your positive thoughts. But we're going to sprinkle a little bit of checking the 3D in there. Ah, fuck. So this is what happens. This is your brain on poor mental diet, right?
Ooh, looks like some downward spiraling to me.
Yep. So then we keep thinking about the negativity.
Ooh, third parties.
Third parties.
Who's that bitch over there? Gotta be a third party.
What's this on his social media? We don't even fucking know.
Oh, look at that.
And then we're just spilling over. And now we've spiraled. So that's your brain on poor thinking. But if you actually keep affirming and persisting, not just once a day, not just twice a day, but actually maintain a positive mental diet, we can eventually counteract this foamy negative thinking and manifest exactly what we want. And over time, a couple days, a couple weeks, whatever it takes, we're going to go back to a place of peace, go back to a place of stability, and all these negative thoughts are going to die down.
Well, they're dying down right now. They're like, Felicia's like, I'm done with this shit here. Peace out. I'm just going to start agreeing.
Right. But, again, we didn't bring this up. So now we're at a place of peace, right? We haven't seen any movement in the 3D, and now we're paying attention to that. Where the fuck is my manifestation?
Searching.
Now we're looking again.
Checking
and now
the
we're
time.
causing this whole big fiasco.
Ooh, I think they've spiraled for at least a week.
Right. And now you have to replace this with positive thoughts again. I'm all out of positive thoughts at the moment.
Positive thoughts. Infinite.
But this is what happens. Every time you have a negative thought, you spiral. You check the 3D, you wonder where it's at, how it's going to happen. This is exactly what's happening to your brain.
Your outer world reflects your inner world. This is what's going on in your mind. You're going to be creating stories that don't work for you, creating meetings that don't work for you. You're going to be on the floor for a week, and you keep thinking too much about something, and that becomes your dominant thought. Do you want it to manifest? That's what we have to tell people. Do you want to experience it? Do you want it to actually manifest?
So we're going to pour some more happy thoughts in here.
Happy, happy thoughts.
Affirm, persists.
Get your fucking shit, period. Or as Nikki says, exclamation point.
Exclamation point. Really maintain that mental diet. And you're going to find it level out until your manifestation hardens into fact. But we can't have this back and forth, this oil and water. We can't have the vinegar and baking soda.
The downward spiraling.
The checking the 3D, the checking the where, when, who, why. Just maintain the best mental diet possible. It doesn't have to be 100%, but as long as it's over 50%, you will be able to manifest what you want.
Mm-hmm. Those are facts. He thinks he's the star of this show. Neville.
All right, Kat, we got work to do.
See, he's just, hello.
Bye.